Read a Book tagged me in the 25 questions under 5 minutes tag because she was delaying doing a long internet essay that she was working on, and I am also doing the same thing. I have several videos that I want to make, but it's taking longer than I thought, so it's a perfect time. So let's do it. 25 and 5. All right, first question, ebook or physical book? If I'm able to pick, I like a physical book, but I don't mind doing ebooks. Question 2, paperback or hardback? Paperback. I think it is much easier to read a paperback, even though hardbacks look cool and like you can pre-order and you should pre-order. Like if I have my choice, paperback, and honestly not trade paperbacks. I like the like mass market paperbacks, the one that I can hold in my hand easily. 3, online or in-store book shopping? I own a bookstore. In-store shopping. With the one caveat that pre-orders that really help authors, you can do that online. But you can also do it through a store, especially bookshop.org. Trilogies or series? Either one, I want them to be complete. I'm kind of at the point where I really want to limit the uncompleted stories that I'm in because there's so many completed stories I want. If I'm able to choose, probably a trilogy, because most fantasy books that go past the trilogy tend to get worse, not better. Of course, Malazan being the big outlier where that, in fact, does get better. Heroes or villains? What kind of question is this? Heroes. Everyone likes heroes. Like, of course, I like good villains, but like heroes are the reason that one of the reasons we read stories. 6, a book you want everyone to read. I mean, my real answer is probably A People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn, especially if you are a voting citizen of the United States. If we're going like broad, I would probably say Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy, just like an incredible book. Recommend an underrated book. Well, especially for my corner of BookTube, this is easy. It is the Moontide Quartet, a series of 4 books that is finished, and an absolutely fantastic story about 2 warring continents where every 12 years a land bridge appears out of the ocean and connects them and creates tension between these 2 huge and different kinds of empires. It is so good. The magic is fun. I love all the characters, and for some reason no one talks about it on Fantasy BookTube, and I have no idea why. The last book I finished was A Little Hatred by Joe Abercrombie. The last book you bought? I bought a lot of books on vacation. What was the literal last one that I bought? I think probably Tad Williams' Empire of Grass, which is the second book in The Last King of Asgard. I think that's the answer. Weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark? Weirdest thing. I know that I have used, I use Post-it notes all the time or just like slipped pieces of paper, but that's not really like weird. Plane tickets. I think one time at a hotel where they're like, for some reason wasn't stationary, I just used a piece of toilet paper and just kind of stuck it in there. That's probably the weirdest. Used books, yes or no? What a weird question. I own a used bookstore. Yes, of course. Top 3 favorite genres: fantasy, sci-fi, history. And if sci-fi fantasy is one genre, then the other one is going to be like classics or just general lit. Borrow or buy is the 13th question. I like both. If I have to choose one, if it's a book that I really, really like, buy, because I like having stuff on my shelf to look at if I like it. But if it's a new thing and I'm coming to it, probably borrow it, especially from the library. Big fan of libraries. Characters or plot? I think this is a stupid distinction because they're so woven together, and I refuse to pick one. I don't hate. It's a pet peeve of mine when people say, I'm a character reader or I'm a plot reader, because especially in the fantasy genre, everyone is in some way a plot and a character reader. Long or short books? Probably long books. I mean, I like fantasy. So if there's a book that is 200 pages, I will immediately go into it with lower expectations because that is less time to do the world building that I really love. So probably long books. But when there is a short book that just kicks ass in its page count, I am incredibly impressed. The one I always think of is Ring Shout by P. Jelly Clark. It's just an incredible page management book. Name the first 3 books you think of: Lord of the Rings, Malazan, and The Power Broker by Robert Caro. That was surprising. 18, books that make you laugh or cry. Oh, which one do I like better? Cry. I'm a crier, especially watching movies, but in books for sure. And I think being touched at such a deep level by a piece of art, I would prefer to laughing, although I like laughing also. And if you can do both, a la Malazan, all the better. Our world or fictional worlds? I mean, our world. All my friends and family are in our world. I mean, I love some fictional worlds, and maybe we can talk if I'm able to like bring humans from there over to the fictional world, but I like my life. Audiobooks, yes or no? Yes, if they're done ethically. Audible, Amazon, Spotify. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Yes, of course. I mean, I've read books that have terrible covers. In fact, the Malazan covers are pretty generic at times, like the mass market ones. So like, I don't judge it in the sense of like, I'm never going to read a book if the front looks bad. But like, of course, if something looks good or the artist, I'm more compelled to read it. So yes, I do judge by cover. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations. Like which one do I rather? I mean, I think movies. I think movies are a superior art form to TV because they are designed to end, where TV shows are designed not to end, even within sort of a structure of a season. So I think movies are much better. Series or standalones? Series, although I do love standalones, and I made a whole video about some great fantasy standalones that I like. They have their place, but series overall, again, just for the more time. Tag others. That was probably too loud. I'm sorry. Tag others. Who can I tag that this won't be obnoxious to? Samwise is a new channel that I'm really, really loving. There's a lot of new channels that have been very, very fun, by the way, since I got back on BookTube. This is such a fun community. And actually, on that same score, let's tag Zachary Shea. He was on a video with iSamrise recently where I was like, man, I just want to hang out with these people. Again, BookTube is so great. And then I'm also going to tag Evie as a small apology for not liking The Spear Cuts Through Water. Did you like my answers? Is this under 5 minutes? Did I do better than Rid? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. First in, last out.